Hi, everybody. Industry expert Glenn Hausman here, and today we're going to be talking about helping guests feel more comfortable. As you know, it's more important than ever to create the perception of cleanliness within your hospitality. And that goes way beyond just making sure you have visual cues in the lobby of people cleaning and that sort of thing. It goes even all the way to the guest laundry. And that's why we have today Mr. David Selib of industry-leading LaundryLux with us. David, great to see you today. I got to tell you, I'm seeing guest laundries really take off, and now more than ever, it's important to make sure that people feel comfortable when they're dealing in the laundry environment.
Completely. And what we're seeing is as travelers, business travelers in particular, go into a market, they're staying for a longer period of time. And that creates a much more important environment, and where the laundry facility within a hospitality space becomes an intricate part of the guest experience.
How important is that, David, to making sure that that experience takes off? Is it negligible? Is it really important? How does that communicate effectively that this hotel is on the guest side when it comes to comfort and cleanliness?
Yeah, the laundry room is an extension of the entire brand message that every individual hospitality environment is trying to create. Just recently, I was at a hotel. I was there for 2 days. The check-in was magnificent. The central areas were clean, as you indicated in the opening. There were a lot of people cleaning. The guest room was spotless. All the protocols were in place. But when I went to the laundry room myself to use it, it completely fell apart. And it did not communicate the same value and cleanliness protocol that these hospitality owners are trying so hard to communicate on a daily basis to their guests.
So then I got to ask you, how does the crossover line from LaundryLux achieve that goal, and why should hotel owners care?
Yeah, so I think the first and most important thing is that the crossover laundry is true commercial. This is the same machine that you would find in a laundromat and in other commercial environments. And with commercial cleaning comes a higher level of sanitation and cleaning for a host of reasons. The other machines that are out in the marketplace are home style machines with a coin box, and it's a dramatic difference in terms of how the clothes or garments are cleaned, and also the perception that the guests have.
Right. So it's kind of like, why would you want to have a home product in there? It doesn't send the right message to the guests, but also, David, it's probably not designed for the wear and tear that you would experience in the hospitality environment, right?
Yeah, it's also a cost basis for the property owner. True commercial crossover is built to last 15,000 cycles. That's 3 times longer than the home style machines. Now, the average American family will do about 300 loads of laundry. And that's statistically proven. It was written in the New York Times, October of last year. Mm-hmm. But when you get into a commercial environment like a guest laundry, that machine is going to be used as much as 2,000 times within a year.
Wow.
So home style machine is only going to last you about 2 years, 18 months. So your cost of ownership is very low when you buy these home style machines versus a true commercial machine. So a true commercial machine, as I mentioned, crossover, 15,000 cycles versus a home style machine, which is only going to last about 5,000 cycles. So our machine will last 7.5 years plus versus 18 to 24 months.
That's a pretty good run right there, 7.5 years. But David, I gotta ask you, how many machines is appropriate for the hotel? Because I'm thinking, if I'm an owner, do I put in 1, 2? How does that work? Does it work based on room count, expected use? How does that go?
Yeah, exactly. It's based almost exclusively on room count and wanting to create the best overall experience for the guests. Regardless of why you're staying at that particular hotel, you're not there to do your laundry. So you want to get in and out as quickly as possible. Having too few machines creates a backup.
Right.
So if a number of people are using what might be only a few machines, then you're creating a backup, and other guests are going to have to wait. And that is not the experience that a hotel owner wants to deliver.
David, over the last couple of years, we've seen an explosion of extended stay hotels. And the whole notion behind there is people are staying anywhere from 5 days to a month or even more. Does that change the formula on how you think about laundry facilities in the typical hospitality environment?
Yeah, in a number of different factors. One, that statistic I shared with you earlier of perhaps being used 2,000 times a year would probably go up.
Mm-hmm.
All the more reason to have a commercial grade machine with greater longevity to maximize your capital expense for the laundry facility. But more importantly, you also want to have your clothes or your items that you're washing come out as clean as possible, particularly in a time where the cleanliness is so paramount to delivering an overall brand and guest experience. You want a machine that is going to clean the clothes as best as possible. And
That is important. But how long does the average cycle take? I've always thought that crossover and professional machines take less time than I have to worry about in my house. And I would assume that you're also focused on ensuring that the environment is well taken care of as well. How does that play out?
Yeah, so I mean, a true commercial machine will have very specific componentry, which will allow the machine to perform differently. As an example, the true commercial crossover will spin in its final extract speed at 300 G-force. That's how fast the spin cycle is taking place in the final extract of moisture.
Wow, that's pretty serious.
But it also spins for an extended period of time, removing 98% of all moisture. When the clothes come out of the washing machine less moist, they go into the dryer less moist. That serves a couple very important factors. One, it will cut your dry time down dramatically because you're drying clothes that aren't as wet.
And the dryer uses a lot more power than the washing machine on average, correct?
Yes, it's your greatest utility cost in your laundry room. So
that's pretty serious.
Yeah, so from the beginning, with our machines, from the beginning of the wash cycle to the end of the dry cycle, you're only about 60 minutes, 1 hour, comparatively to 90 minutes with other products. So you've just reduced your dry time dramatically. So you're saving utilities on gas or electricity, depending on how you power and heat your dryer. But to your point, Glenn, you've also reduced the amount of time that the guest has to wait for their laundry. So you're overall delivering a much better experience. And I think it's important to also mention that by having clothes go into the dryer less moist and having a commercial grade dryer that heats up faster, quicker, heat is an important factor to kill bacteria. And as we all know, that's critical in this time. So by having a high heat dryer, killing the most amount of bacteria is also an important feature to provide to your guests and to yourself.
Yeah, that is absolutely right, David. So what we've really been talking about is a great way to increase customer satisfaction while being able to better control the cost of operation for your hotel. David, great points. How can we learn more about crossover from LaundryLux?
Yeah, take a look at the links that we're going to provide for you. They're going to be there.
Right down there.
Right down there. So one will give you more information about the true commercial crossover laundry, and then another one about how to get and obtain the products from our Almo partners.
Great. Thank you so much, David Selib. Great conversation. And I really hope all of you start to think a little bit more about how laundry can be an important part of your overall strategy to make guests happy, particularly in this very unusual period of time. So thanks so much for watching. I'm Glenn Hausman. We'll see you next time.